Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of bellowbois podcast. As always, I'm AJ.
I'm Aaron, and today we have our two special guests. Introduce yourselves. I'll go with you first.
What am I introducing? Just my name?
You know what? Fuck this. I'm done.
My name is Hunter.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
My name is Hunter. I'm from Chicago.
Hunter, this ain't an interview.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's all right.
My bad.
You can be casual about it.
Are you gonna finish or?
No, I'm good.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. You're not
He's
finished?
Hunter. He's Hunter.
No,
Yeah,
you're
my
not
name's
finished
Hunter.
until I say you are.
Okay.
Anyways, hi,
okay,
I'm
hold on.
Young. Some of you might recognize me from my TikTok career. But
Shut the
I'm
fuck
retired.
up, dude. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I am since long retired, but I'm happy to be back just to feature with my boys. So yeah, welcome to our home.
Yeah, we're in
Yes,
New
sir.
York. Hell yeah.
We're in New York.
Where's
Let's give. No, hold on. Let's give Hunter a little redemption.
Yeah.
Hunter, who are you?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to
say what you want.
You're a fucking beast.
Oh. My name is Hunter Buss. I'm from the Midwest,
Yes, sir.
the best West.
Okay. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
That's a wrong
We'll
take.
talk about that. It's my birthday next week.
That's true.
Turning 19. Why all laugh? What the fuck? That's
No, because it's
crazy.
believable.
That's great. No, it's crazy the amount of times that people actually still they don't believe me when I'm trying to get alcohol. They they tell me to leave.
You look young.
I do look young.
Well, I mean, I look young too, but
No, I am young.
young is
He
young.
is young.
Young
I-
is
I-
young.
I had to start bringing my passport.
I'm him.
That
He's
was the
him.
only
I'm
form
that
of
guy.
identification.
Rules.
Wait, rules.
Oh, my fault,
Guys,
my fault,
rules.
my
Come on,
fault.
come on.
Alright.
Rules, guys, rules.
That's my introduction. I don't care.
All right, so we're in New York.
Yes.
You know, we're visiting our boys. About to have a good time. But something I want to ask is, you know, how did you guys meet? I've been very curious about this because I mean I've known Young for a little bit, but I literally didn't like know who you were until I came and visited. And
Yeah.
he's like Young was like, I have a roommate. Like his name's Hunter. I was like, who the fuck is Hunter? Dude?
Yeah,
I
but now
know-
you guys like him better because you're gaming with him all the time. I don't get no texts. I don't get no
Whoa.
calls.
I don't text
I don't get
him
no
that much.
FaceTimes. I don't get no DMs. It's just like, by the way, guys, I'm coming to New
jealous,
York.
bro.
You mind if I crash at your place?
chill out. It's because you don't play Smash, bro.
No, not yet. I just smash you.
Oh,
Nah, pause.
That's true. That's true.
No. I mean, like, you guys don't know how we met. Actually, we
Have
didn't
I
talk about
not
this.
told you guys the story?
That's crazy.
I swear I have.
Just to revisit it for the people.
was-
Yeah,
let's
no,
go.
we'll-
Let's
explain
we'll
to
revisit
people.
it for people. You want to tell the story? You want-
You can start.
I can start, okay.
I'll chime in.
So, despite how he may look,
Oh my god.
my brother and I share a common lineage. Of course, you know he's not full, but he's the half-blood prince,
Oh my god.
the shotty with the spit fire. Yeah, that's all I got for you. But anyways, yeah, we. My brother was in KSA since his freshman year. I didn't have Asian friends until my junior year of college.
College where?
Boston College. We both
Yes,
went to
sir.
BC, and so Hunter was one of the first friends that I actually made. Surprisingly enough, despite how he looks, one of the first Asian friends that I've met, that I've made in my life.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's honestly crazy. That's honestly crazy, bro. Your first Asian friend was a halfie, bro.
God,
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
That's true, that's true.
That's true.
Warm him
Baby,
up.
baby steps. You know.
Tricycles.
Yeah.
You're coming too hard at the beginning. Keep going too strong.
Anyways, yeah. So we met at retreat. So at BC, our Korean Students Association, we do these small groups called kajoks, and Hunter happened to be in mine, and because of it, I made my first Asian friends, and more than that, I made some of the greatest friends that I'll have in a lifetime. Like people from that group, like they're some of the strongest influence in my life, and somehow this motherfucker managed to convince me to live with him in New York, and here we are, 3 years later.
That's crazy. What
Combination. You convinced me too.
No, yeah, that's true. Actually, you're right. I did most of the convincing.
I want to ask though is like during KSA in college, like were you guys tight? Like obviously now you guys are tight like that, but in college were you guys tight like that?
I would say like the first year, like we were definitely cool. Like we were boys, like, like we see each other, like we talk, like we would like hang out like very occasionally.
Yeah.
But I think, and you speak on this
I
too,
will,
but like for me, as like I mentioned before, like I took a gap year during what would have been my senior year. And I pursued a career like in tech. I worked for a social media startup, and on that, like I was also doing like TikTok and influencer stuff on the side. And something I really appreciated from Hunter was he would would check in with me. He would just be like, yo, like, how are you doing? And quite honestly, like, yeah, like less people like really checked in like from like college than I would have liked. And the Hunter was one of the ones that just consistently like was like, yo, how are you doing? You want to play Smash? Like how's everything going for you? And I really appreciated it a lot. So during my gap year, I took a trip back to BC, and like he carved out a big like time block for us. He made me dinner. It was the best steak I probably had in my life. No, he gave me no. He gave me the white glove treatment. Like he oiled me up. You know, gave me that deep tissue massage.
Damn,
so
that's true. I can verify.
Let me dab you up for that. That's some good shit, bro.
That's good.
Good shit.
That's a true homie.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, we weren't really close. It's like super close when we first met, like the first year, because we met my sophomore year, his junior year, like he was saying, and that was the year of COVID, obviously. So like we met like in October of like 2019, and then basically only got to hang out until March of 2020 when we all got sent home. And I mean, like you were living in one of the halls with a lot of the other people in our kajok, and so I didn't get to see you as much. But so I don't know, something about you, bro. You reminded me.
Yeah.
I felt comfortable with you.
Yeah,
so.
you just reminded me of Allentown, Pennsylvania. So like, I was just like, man, I'm gonna keep this boy around.
That's a good city. That's a good city. Shout out to anyone from Allentown.
I think do not shout out anyone from Allentown. Fuck all y'all.
I think the people want to see a kiss now.
That's crazy. It's gonna be the edited scenes, the extended scenes. You gotta pay extra for that on the Patreon.
On the Patreon that we're launching pretty soon, you will get to see Young and Hunter kiss.
And nobody wants to see that. Not a one person. But yeah, that's and then we just stay in touch. Now we're living together.
Now we really stay in touch.
Yeah. We touching.
What I want to ask, we know this story, but let's tell the people how we met Young.
Fuck.
I don't even know this story. Actually. I'm excited. Tell me about this.
I thought y'all was some fanboys. I was like, I was not trying to talk to y'all. All right, how about you guys tell it from your perspective, and I'll tell it from my perspective.
All right, I know exactly how it went down.
I think I know too. Yeah.
All right, so me and AJ were getting Bopo Mofo. I mean, we frequent Bopo Mofo. Like we live in the area.
Shout out Wong Fu.
And we're like, let's get Bopo one day. And then we saw you. We're like, yo, is that Young?
No, I saw him. I was like, I think that's Young.
Okay, but I was like, that's Young. But
Okay.
you were like, nah, that can't be him, bro. But I was like, nah, I think that's him, bro. You can't miss fucking Young, bro. He's tall. He's a big motherfucker. Like he looks like he can fuck you up any day. And I was like, that's Young. And then he was like, should we say hi? I'm like, yeah, probably. He was like, nah, I don't want to, bro. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Like, he's like our boy. I mean, like, well, backstory.
He's like our boy.
He's not our boy, but like we were like TikTok friends, whatever the fuck that means. But like me and Asia are like context. We're pretty introverted, like just us, like ourselves. And there aren't many people like on social media where like we would want to hit up and like reach out.
Wait, so had you like already like talked to him online or at any point?
Yeah.
We had DM'd and stuff before,
okay.
but we didn't really like know each other like that.
Yeah,
So,
but the crazy thing is, Young is the only person that we've interacted with online, because with anyone else we don't be doing that shit.
Oh, word!
Really?
Like, you guys have never talked to anyone before?
Never.
I didn't know that.
No, we don't DM anyone. We don't comment on anyone. We're just like, dude, fuck this shit. We're doing our own shit. But then you were the only one that like would interact with us. So I was like, yeah, dude, like he's cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, we should probably say something, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen him in person.
I'm too shy, so I don't say that shit. Aaron was the one who's like, all right, I'm gonna go up and say hi. And I'm like, okay.
I was like, dude, come on. Like he's putting the effort to at least like say something back to us. I was like, I feel like we should say hi. So like we came up to him and it was like, yo, Young Kim. And I was like, I'm Aaron. He's like, who? and then I said, bellowbois. He's like, oh shit.
No, because I did not know either of your guys' names. Like, I just knew you guys like together as a unit as bellowbois.
That's fine.
So
Fuck you too.
And you know, like this is COVID. We were being responsible. Everyone was masked up and shit. I was like, I don't know who these motherfuckers are. Like,
fuck you too.
You about to say little motherfucker?
I heard it. Hey, don't call me little. Don't call me little. I may be 5'8".
you're big when it counts.
Those are two separate measurements.
I'm not, but it's all right.
I can confirm. I can confirm.
Yeah, but we like connected that way at first, and then I forgot like how this happened. But then I figured out that he balled, and then we balled too. At that time, like a little more than we do now. But then we were like, all right, let's hoop sometime then. And I kind of assumed that was one of those things where it was like you kind of just say that to someone and like you'll never see each other again.
Yeah.
But Young actually texted me. He's like, "Yo, when you trying to hoop?" I was like, "What the
Oh,
fuck? No way."
100%, bro. I fucking love basketball.
Where
And,
was
like,
this? I forget.
When?
Yeah, like where? Location.
Oh, LA. This is back in
Oh,
LA.
this is in LA. Okay.
Yeah.
Was this during your gap year?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Where else would I meet them, bro?
I don't know. I don't forget if this was like during Head in the Clouds.
No.
No, that was way later. That was way
Way
later.
later.
All right, no more
Next
commentary.
segment, next
No
segment.
more commentary for Hunter. But
I'm gonna
anyways,
go home now.
well, the reason I hit y'all up was because I was like, yeah, like I mean, it, like I'm not gonna just be like, oh, like let's hoop and then not hit you guys up. Also, you guys are both like 5'6" on a good day. I was
crazy.
like, oh, that's an easy dub.
Hey, calm down, buddy. You're 5'8". You're 5'8".
All right, if I'm 5'8", you 5'2".
Fine, I'm 5'2". You're 5'8".
That wasn't fair. That first time we played ball, you had Aslan, your fucking old roommate.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker's like 6'2".
I mean, Aslan can shoot, but he not really all that. So shout out Aslan though. I love
He's
you, my boy.
athletic.
Yeah,
He's athletic.
yeah,
He's
he's alright. Yeah. But yeah, no. I was just like, to be quite honest, like yeah, like as fun as LA was, like I was pretty bored most of the time too. Like work wasn't super demanding or anything. Probably part of why the company didn't do that well, but I was always on the search for more friends, and I was very genuinely like touched like with the way that they approached me, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, like these guys could probably be some boys. And ever since then, like, you know, I think after that, like me and Aaron, I know AJ was busy with work, but me and Aaron especially, like we would hang out like every week, like, and yeah, we were just butt buddies.
No, when I was on that bender of no work, I would come to your house like every 2 days. I think.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Not even every 2 days, bro. You came like every day for
Almost
like a
every
week
day.
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't busy with work. I was busy with being cuffed to some.
Yeah, this motherfucker was cuffed with a bitch, bro.
Hey, we don't talk about that, but
Hey,
you know,
No, we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
But let me say it. Young is the one who got me hooked on Demon Slayer.
Oh,
So,
dude,
yeah,
same,
so, like-
same,
Yo,
same.
wait, time out. You guys, do you remember the Demon Slayer Barbeans?
Yes.
we watched the shittiest camcorder recording of a movie theater in China, not even Japan, China. So it was translated from Chinese to Japanese to English, and the subtitles for this camcorder shitty movie recording I found of Demon Slayer Mugen Train, they called Nezuko Barbeans. And
Bar beans?
Bar beans.
Like
I don't even understand the
Barbie?
translate. Like bar BAR beans.
Yeah.
Like the legume.
Like yes, bro. The fucking bar beans. They
That's
called
so
called
funny.
Rengoku like Mr. Flamboyant or some shit like that. So yeah, no, we're just sitting there and we're sitting there and we're like, this is an emotional movie, right? Like this is good. But every time like they just call Nezuko's name, it's like bar beans. Bar beans, no.
Wait. So you grew up in Allentown,
my
Pennsylvania?
Hard
East
change.
Coast.
East Coast boy for sure. Yeah, so I emigrated from Korea to the States when I was around 5-6 years old. I lived in the Bay for a very short stint. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I'm a Warriors fan. I like the Niners, like everything. But actually, the main reason is because all my friends growing up were Philly fans, and if you guys know anything about Philly sports, Eagles fans, Sixers fans, dude, they're such dicks. They're the worst people on the planet.
Wait, where in the Bay?
San Francisco. Yeah. Yeah, we were there for like 9-10 months, and then we dipped to Jersey, and I was there from Jersey for a few years, and then from second grade until end of high school I was in Pennsylvania. So yeah.
And then Hunter, you grew up in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Chicago.
Chi-town. No one calls it
Chi-town.
that. Actually, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. I feel like he was calling it Chi-town. I was like, I don't think anybody really calls it Chi-town. Before.
Talk
grew
about
up in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
I'm from Chicago, the greatest city in Illinois. Whoa.
Okay, in Illinois.
See,
in
you
Illinois.
didn't even let me finish.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's
apologize.
That's
We apologize.
crazy.
We
That's so rude.
apologize.
These guys are so rude.
I'm sorry.
Illinois-Appolis has a...
Dude, I went to the fucking bank the other day
Yeah.
to like pick up checks because I had to like send a check. I'm not gonna explain why, but I had to send a check, and the woman at the counter was like, "Oh, you're from Illinois?" I was like, "Oh God, our education has failed. Our education system has failed you. I'm
I
sorry."
mean, who
Who the fuck gives a
Yeah.
It's Illinois.
Illinois,
And when she was
bro.
like, "You're from Illinois," I was like, "Okay, it's okay."
Shit, honestly, I would have said the same shit just to fuck with you.
Yeah.
I know how to pronounce it, but like, oh, this motherfucker's from Chicago. I gotta put him in his place.
That's fair,
Illinois.
that's fair. I don't know how many states are like when you read it, you're like not sure how to pronounce it. Maybe Illinois is maybe the only one. I haven't really thought about this, but
why is this pronounced Kansas? But this is not pronounced Arkansas. America, explain.
But yeah, dude. Honestly, behind New York City, I'd say it's the most accessible city in the United States.
It's
Fine, accessible.
public transport.
Yeah, public transport. Like honestly, like I never needed a car to like get around the city at all. Like when I was there.
That's his fancy way of saying that Hunter still doesn't have a driver's license.
We're cutting that. We're cutting.
That's
crazy because like it's crazy because like
Still.
we're cutting that.
What are you talking? Almost 23.
What's crazy? You're almost 23 and you don't have your damn driver's license.
In his ripe
but-
old age.
Yeah, Hunter, grow up.
But the thing,
Be a man, dude.
did you not hear my explanation beforehand? I was like, I have great public transport. You know how many people in New York City don't have driver's licenses? That's what I'm saying. Like Chicago is literally like very similar to New York in the sense where like everything that you need is there, but it's not even close to being as like dirty, as like crowded. Everything's really close and accessible. You have everything that you need. Like for sure, it's like it's pretty segregated, but like it's very accessible and like it's still a good city in like a lot of parts of it. Like there's crime everywhere in the United States, like in major cities, but like, and I feel like Chicago is very well known for its crime, but it's still like a very great city.
Talk
For sure.
Talk a little bit about Chinatown. He grew up in.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's where I grew up in like downtown in like in a condominium for the first few years of my life until my sister was born, and then we moved to Chinatown in a brand new townhouse, and I've been living there until I came to college.
He put in the brand new. He said, yeah, I ain't that broke.
No, my parents invested early, is what I'm saying. Like it was
No,
just
that's smart for that.
Yeah, no,
He didn't say condo. He said condominium.
Yeah,
bro.
condominium.
Bro, that's that
Big
fancy
Can
shit,
you guys tell this man works in finance?
Yeah, dude. He's on that next level vocab. Your vernacular is crazy, man.
honestly, I
Bad
feel like my
studios.
vocab isn't that good, but I appreciate it. But yeah, I grew up in Chinatown. Went to Chinese school from like 4th to 6th grade, so I learned a decent amount of Chinese. So I can speak Chinese with like a decent accent. I hear some people speaking, and I'm like, damn, that is a strong American accent. But I can at least pretend like I know what I'm talking about with Chinese accents.
Hunter said y'all are fake Chinese.
Nobody hears Chinese.
I was very shocked to figure that out about you though, because I mean, what Young told me was like you were a halfie and like just you told me you were half Korean, and then when he told me, or I don't know if he told me or you told me or whatever, but like you speak better Chinese than you do Korean, and I was like, how the fuck does that make any sense?
Honestly, yeah, but
But no, that's a
it's
big
still
flex,
bad.
though.
Like people who like actually speak Chinese or Korean will be like, "Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about."
I mean,
But,
if you could sing Tonghua, bro, you're in my heart. As the
that's true. That's true.
For context, though, like Hunter's mom is Korean American. Like she was also born in the States, right?
Yeah.
So like I grew up in Korea first, and like I got the first part of my education there, so it was easy for me to pick up Korean. But in her shoes, like growing up in like a very like Korean American household, it makes a lot of sense that like the language that you actually learned in school would be better for you than
Yeah. It's not even growing up in a Korean American household though. It's
Yeah.
about the times because
Yeah.
my mom grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And she was born in, well, I'm not gonna say when she was born, but she was born and she grew up in like the 80s, 90s, when she was like kind of in her adult years, and so like during that time, especially with Asian American or with Asian parents at the time, like they would really push for their kids to like speak English. You know, they would be like, don't speak your mother tongue in the house or like anywhere, because we want you to like assimilate into the culture, American culture. So that's really what happened with my grandparents towards my mom and her sisters, is that they would really push her to not speak English in the house. And so because of that, my mom knows the most Korean out of her 3 sisters. And it's really not that much, and so like that's barely passed on to me, and it's honestly been because of my own self-exploration of my own identity that I've been able to like learn in the Korean alphabet, like Hangul, for myself. Like my parents and my mom didn't teach me that, or like I went to Korean school for a couple of years when I was young, but like didn't teach me anything. That was kind of like the outcast there, so I had to like basically learn all this stuff on my own. And in Chicago, there's not that many Koreans. A lot of them have moved out to the suburbs. There was a large Korean population in the 80s and stuff, in the 90s, but they've moved away. So I didn't really have Korean friends growing up in high school. So coming to college, that's really where I made all my Korean friends and met people that like were actually Korean. And so that's where I kind of really found myself, I guess, and really self-identified with the culture.
That's also why he got all white uncles.
I do have all white uncles. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is true. I have.
What something I want to ask though is, okay, so like when you got to college, you were like, would you say you were looking for Korean friends?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I had plenty of like opportunities for Asian friends in high school. Like
Yeah.
I had plenty of Asian friends in high school. Like I said, I grew up in Chinatown, and I went to like a Chinese teaching school in Chinatown for my formative years, and like always had that opportunity. But there was just no Koreans, so like it was always just Chinese for me, which is fine, but kind of set like an identity crisis in me once I like got towards college, where I was just like kind of like, why am I feeling like I identify more with like the Chinese American side than with the Korean American side.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I told you, like you were just saying, I speak more Chinese than I do Korean, and like I have more Chinese friends than I do Korean, and like we live in Chinatown. It's like what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Like I was like, we just didn't really connect on that, and so like moving into another city and going to university where like it's a pretty diverse. I guess like you have access to a lot of, it's not, I wouldn't say diverse, all right, but like you have access to a lot of different types of people, and so like I knew I just wanted to make Korean friends once I moved out of Chicago to Boston, and that was what I did. So
Yeah, I think part of the reason why me and Hunter were able to get like so close so quick, despite him being half Asian, was at this point in your life, you had firmly entrenched yourself like in the Korean like American community at Boston College, and like I saw you fully as a Korean American. It didn't cross my mind to just be like, oh, like this is Hunter. By the way, he's half Korean. Like this is Hunter. Like one of my first Korean friends that I've made, and like I thought it was really beautiful that, me growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood my entire life, and then you coming from a background that didn't allow you to be or embrace like your Korean American heritage, like us coming to college and like surrounding ourselves with the kind of group and kind of friends that we wanted to make, that we could find like a shared like kinship off that. And I thought that was like really cool, and I think that's part of the reason why we got so close.
Yeah. That's reminding me of what I was thinking about earlier, is that like I think people of like biracial identities, like they feel like they can't really say that they're both, like they have to feel like they're like, in my instance, like, I'm white or I'm Asian. It's kind of like taking away from the experience of others, where it's like somebody else is hearing you and they're like, oh, you can't be both, you know what I mean? You have to be one or the other. And it's like I feel like really accepted by you guys in terms of being like 100% Asian, I suppose, as like a Korean American, but like at the same time, like I am white, I am a white person, and like I still feel like I have experienced things in my life through the lens of a white person, and like I have a white family members, like all that kind of stuff, and it's like I feel a lot of biracial people kind of feel confused or guilty almost about being able to say that they're kind of identifying to both sides, whereas most people are kind of coming from one point of view, where like, oh, I'm this so and so, and like you can't be both, like you have to choose one. And like from my own perspective, and like probably from a lot of other biracial people's perspectives, like they really genuinely identify with both perspectives, like they identify with both of their sides, and it's so tough trying to be like kind of almost code switching for both scenarios, where they're like, oh yeah, in this scenario I'm Asian or white or black or whatever, Latino, whatever it is. Like it is just tough sometimes, and I feel like that's sometimes one of the things that biracial people kind of struggle with. So
yeah, 100%. And like I said this off camera too, but I think the perspective that one of my friends like told me was just like, oh, like I'm not half Chinese, I'm not half white, I am Chinese and I am white.
Yeah.
So I think my friends who I know to be like the most well adjusted about their identities, if they're biracial, have been the ones that have been like, oh, like it's okay for me to see both those perspectives.
Yeah.
Like if other people have a problem with that, that's not my issue. And I think they're doing really well because of that. And I know you're doing really well because of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just want to say, I think it's so funny how like off camera, like not on the podcast, like us four as a collective, we're just like, dicks, vaginas. So funny. And then on the podcast, we're like, yeah, like Rachel is.
we're trying to be intelligent.
No, but this is dope. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
good.
we don't get the opportunity to like talk about this like often.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's
Well,
really
yeah,
cool
because you
that
guys
we
are fucking
can talk about
dumbasses.
it. We're right. We are fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's mainly me.
Dude, I mean, like, this takes so much brain cells to like talk about this. I'd rather just
It's
waste
overdue.
it on
It's overdue.
something else.
No, it's okay. We'll move to a lighthearted
Oh
topic.
yeah, we'll get there. I do want to hear more about like Young's perspective on this, because I mean, for myself and AJ, we grew up in a very Asian dominant high school, so I feel like it was pretty comfortable.
Well, I think I can relate a little also though, because we were Asian, but it was mainly just Korean.
Yeah. Well, no,
So we'll
I'm
say
gonna get to
that.
that, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
ask Young first. So like, you grew up in the big old A town. Shout out,
Big Apple.
shout out A town, baby.
And not A-Town, not the Big Apple. That would be Atlanta and New York. Yeah, I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, the 5th largest city in Pennsylvania. Shout out Allentown. Yes. Yeah, 5th.
I think it's third now.
It's 3rd.
I think it might be.
Oh no fucking way! After Philly and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I swear to God.
Where is
Don't give him
Pennsylvania? We don't know.
we don't give a fuck.
Hey, we're on the come up, baby.
Anyways, I want to hear a little bit more about your experience growing up. You're a full-fledged Korean American, and I want you to talk about like what that was like growing up, elementary and high school, and like how was it different from Hunter's experience?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like my experience growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood in high school is a lot different from other people's too, and I think I have a lot to thank my parents for, because they always raised me to be very proud to be Korean. And I think being a Korean immigrant too, like I moved to the States when I was 6. I already spoke the language. It was my first language. So I felt like that connection to my culture at least. And, my mom, like, packed me Korean lunches and everything. And honestly, like, yeah, like I didn't really get like made fun of like for like lunches or things like that. So yeah, so like for me, it was just kind of like, oh, like I'm Korean and I'm proud to be Korean. But it wasn't really until college that I knew what that meant, where like what like the average Korean American looks like, where I felt like I didn't really fit into that mold, like I think in high school, like, I played sports. Of course I did well academically. So, and, you get, you're just expected to perform well because you're Asian. But yeah, like just partying and like drinking and like having a lot of friends across like all different like races and stuff. Like I felt that I had like a really weird experience. Like when I was in high school, like I didn't hate high school. Like I had a fun time, and I made a lot of like really great friends who, even though we might not be as close anymore, just as I've grown and I've become more full-fledged in my identity, I think that for the right place and the right time, like I was doing all right. But definitely like to touch on the point of like my identity, like, yeah, like there were times where I was really confused. And I think specifically that came when I was around other Asian people, where I felt like I wasn't Asian enough. I wasn't Korean enough to hang in these circles, which is bullshit because, yeah, half those Korean kids in KSA, bro, that are just like so Korean, they can't fucking speak the language. They're Koreans ass. Like they just like made KSA their whole personality trait, and they're just like, they're the definition of kyopo, and it's not
That's
to be
the thing,
elitist or
though,
whatever.
about, like,
Yeah,
being like Korean American though is that you don't necessarily have to speak the language though. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no,
You can
100%.
still identify with the culture.
Oh yeah, you can. I'm just gonna shit on you for it. So
No, but it is tough though, and like I can't relate to it on the level of Young, because I did grow up in an area that was predominantly Korean. But it is tough to relate to actual Koreans, because the thing is, like, if they're cracking jokes in Korean, it's like, and you don't understand, it's like, well, shit. Like, I grew up here. I don't know what that fucking slang meant.
That's
Like,
the thing is like we're not Korean.
We're not, though.
None
Yeah,
of us are Asian at all, honestly,
Yeah,
to
we're
them.
not.
Like to internationals.
you have to add American at the end. We at the end of the day, that's what we are. But I think in and of itself, that is like a unique experience.
Yeah.
And honestly, it took me a pretty long time to like actually grapple with that. Where I think like once I came to college and I started embracing more of my Korean identity, like I wanted to be like as Korean as possible, and like that was the direction I was going. And yeah, it made me feel really bad, especially like during my gap year. Like the friends that I made from like TikTok and everything, like a lot of them are like Korean, and the Korean's flawless. And I was just kind of like, damn, like I guess I'm not that as Korean as I thought I was. So just dealing with like a lot of those. I think the best term that I've heard growing up was like third culture kid, where it's like, yeah, my parents are 100% Korean. Like they grew up in Korea their whole lives. I came here and I'm an immigrant too, but like growing up, like definitely culturally American. Like I see a lot of the bullshit that goes on in like Korean society and Korean politics, and I'm like, oh, damn, glad I'm not there. But yeah, I think it's definitely still something that I'm learning to deal with every day.
Yeah. But AJ, I think you have a very unique experience as well, because we grew up in the same neighborhood, again, predominantly Korean, but you're Filipino.
Yeah.
And
She's my son.
Yeah, lemonade all day.
There's not that many Filipinos there's not many other Asian races in our neighborhood, like Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Thai, nothing. It's like basically all Korean.
What is this neighborhood you're speaking of?
La Crescenta, baby.
Crescenta,
Good old CV. Go Falcons.
Tinashe. Okay.
That's true. Tinashe went to our high school.
Oh wait, you guys had Tinashe?
Yeah, she went to our high school.
That's pretty hard.
But yeah, I want you to explain a little bit about how you felt growing up with us.
Well, okay, so like my parents have always told me that they always wanted me to be American, as much like assimilate into American culture as much as you can. But that also comes with like, I think Filipinos as a general, they really idolize Westernized culture. You know what I mean? Like they really, you know, they like America.
You go to the Philippines and they can all speak English.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know, they all know everything. So when I like, and I'm the youngest of my family, so like, they just wanted me to be as American as possible. They didn't teach me any Tagalog. Like, I mean, I would still like eat like Filipino food at home and stuff like that, but like, they really wanted me to be just to fit into American culture, and I think that was good in the sense of like, yeah, like I didn't feel like out of place. But when I went to high school and middle school, because like my elementary school was like predominantly white, like I went to high school and middle school and it was like a lot of Koreans. So I was like, interesting. Like I'm Asian, they're Asian, and like I can identify with them on a deeper level than, you know,
Yeah,
fair skinned people.
them Confucian values be kicking you in the ass.
Yeah, so like I can identify with them, but at the same time, I never felt fully like, not that I wasn't embraced, but I didn't feel like I was fully in it because like, yeah, we're all Asian, but at the same time, we're different countries at the end of the day.
I think that's something that's beautiful about the Asian American experience, though. The fact that like the shared like because Asia is the largest country in the world. We have the biggest diaspora in the world.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
What is
You said
diaspora?
Asia is the largest country in the world?
Fuck me.
Holy, wait. Caught in 4K, everybody. Asia is the largest country in the world.
Continent.
Context. Young is a history major.
He is a history major.
And he fucked that up. Young, I'm sorry, but you best believe we're making that a TikTok. I'm just kidding. We are. Okay.
What do you mean we?
He's on the team. He's on the team. He's on the team.
Nah, you made your choice. Go over there.
That's funny. I'm glad I caught that. What I meant to say.
What I was trying to say is that Asia is the largest continent in the world. We have the most countries. Like it's impossible for us to relate on every single level. But I think that the beautiful part about the Asian American experience is that based on the similar values that are found throughout Asia, whether that's Confucian values or of another sort, we have like these similar like very family oriented, education oriented, these goals that we have for us so that our children can do better in life. I think that like is like a binding force that's in our lives, and I think just based on the sole fact that we're different from the white majority, it makes it really easier to connect with people. So like, you know, obviously I can't speak on your experience, but like being Filipino American and being Chinese American, being Korean American, you find that shared like brotherhood, so to speak, in that like otherness, the yellow-fiedness of America. So
It's like what you said, like of all of our like Asian homies, like all of our squad, like I never felt like out of place. Like I was like, oh, I'm here, you know, like I'm just with the other Asians.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just a time where I was just like, oh, like I learned Korean in high school. Like I just wanted to. I wasn't a Korea boo, okay? But like,
Nah, he was.
Hey,
I was no Loki.
yo, when AJ busts out the Korean songs at karaoke,
Dude, he started watching K-dramas before I did.
that's wild.
Damn, bro.
But I was like, I just wanted to feel a little bit more like accepted for knowing your guys' language when I came over and all that shit. you know?
No, I identify with that totally. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that makes
So
sense.
like,
I get that too. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I picked that up very early, and you probably didn't notice this, but like in our squad, like I know we're all Korean. You're the only non-Korean.
yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna name names, but when people would be like, "Oh, like AJ doesn't get it because he's brown," I didn't have the balls to say like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm putting myself out there. I didn't have the balls to say that, but I would switch the subject very quickly because I'd just be like, "Dude, like we don't gotta talk about this. Like it's not about brown, like fair Asian skin. Like, dude, fuck that. Like, we're all Asian, so fuck it.
It's about brotherhood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'd always try to switch the subject quickly if anyone ever said like, oh, no, he doesn't get it because he's brown or he's Filipino.
No, 100%. I think, and you know this too. Like when people in our friend group would like just like call Hunter the white boy, or like or try to like disparage him for like being biracial, and like you know this too. And I take great pride in it. I just
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
I'm so grateful for it.
like I just be, yeah, shut the fuck up. I've pulled like multiple people aside, being like, yo, what the fuck makes you think you can say that?
Yeah,
So,
no, because
yeah.
I mean, like it just makes me feel like outcast almost.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And like I like that's what I'm saying. I identify with that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I totally get that. Like I
Yeah,
appreciate that a lot.
No, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and that's the thing that like gets me kind of disappointed in those people. Where I'm just like, you know what it feels like when white people or another race like does that to us. Where it's like, oh, like they're Asian, like they don't belong, or like they don't get it. So it's like, why would we do that to essentially one of our own? So I think that's super fucked. I think it's fucked on a lot of levels. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
stand for that.
Yeah. But no, I always felt at home with the boys. Like, it was,
Bro, you got to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
Like-
purpose of the boys.
exactly. So, you know, like I do wish I knew more about my own culture, because to be honest, I don't really know that much about it. I know like basic stuff, but not as much as I feel like I should. But I mean, you know, I can still learn. It's not like
Yeah, shit. Let's go to Jollibee's right now.
hell yeah, dude.
No, but deadass, I told AJ this the other day, but like if I didn't know you, like I would have never tried longanisa in my life.
That's true.
Probably not even Jollibee. Like I don't think I would have gone out of my way to get Jollibee.
That's facts,
So I'm
yeah.
very grateful that like I've had this experience of having a close homie who's
Yeah.
not like my own fucking race.
I'll be 100% honest. I've still never had Jollibee.
I don't
Honestly,
We gotta
I
change
don't
that.
even give a shit
either.
for that, but I will say like after trying Jollibee, it is like top 3 best chicken like places in my like
There
I've had
is
in my life.
0% chance I will ever try the fucking spaghetti. No chance.
Why?
The banana
Wait,
ketchup?
What do you mean? Why?
It's so good.
Are you serious?
It's sweet.
Is it good? Sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah. No, Matt. So
What?
Maggie hates it. Like she does not like sweet and savory things.
Not the
So,
okay.
yeah.
But
Well,
spaghetti
okay.
I associate with
Depends.
just like Italian. Like I don't think anything else.
Okay, honestly,
Okay,
AJ,
I
I
get
do
that too.
agree there because I tried your shit and that shit was boof. But you did but you did make it, and you're a terrible cook. So I feel like if your mom made it, it'd be a little different.
I brought some home from my mom, and you were like, this
Hey,
is
like
fire.
it wasn't the spaghetti. It was you, bro.
Oh, you're right. No, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
No, but I tried your own spaghetti. That shit's
yeah,
ass.
I mean, I can't make it like my mom, bro. My mom.
You can't cook at all.
No, but like,
You guys don't need to do spaghetti though. You don't need to
no,
touch
but
it.
we just like take some shit and spin it.
Yeah, well, because like
that's fair.
the Philippines, was
yes.
the Philippines were colonized for centuries
By Spain.
Spain, and then Japan,
Italy?
and then by America. Yeah.
By Italy?
No.
Wait,
oh,
do we
Where
do we
is
spaghetti?
wait? Time out. Do we trust Young though? Because he thought a country was a continent, bro.
No,
Hey, that's a TikTok right there. But Young's you see this cut? Young. You see that little thing on my neck? Young. Okay.
Where are my injuries? Where are they?
Oh,
show him.
no, but the Philippines, the biggest export is people. So like they'll move
Like
to-
labor?
Yeah, labor.
Oh shit.
It's the biggest export in the Philippines. So we all move out to get better jobs
Why?
because the country's fucked. Like,
if your country's resources have been ransacked for centuries and you've been relegated to second class citizens, you do whatever you can, get the fuck out of there. And
Yeah.
Hunter, you asked him that as if he was like the president of the
Yeah.
Philippines. Like, why?
Why?
I don't know. There's a lot of crime and bullshit going on. That's all I'm saying.
do you know the way?
That's
So what do you think about the Philippines?
crazy. We should move into a more lighthearted topic.
Yeah. Well, that was a good. That was a good.
That was good, though. That was good.
really
No, I'm go- yeah.
We talked
Alright,
about our
can we,
Asian
uh,
American experience.
okay.
Or Asian American.
All right, Young. I
good.
want you to resurface this. You brought this up
Yeah.
a little bit earlier ago, but
Fuck.
last time we were in New York, you know, it was a good time. You know,
Yeah.
for AJ,
It was a good time.
a little
Oh.
bit more of a good time. You know,
I don't even think that's more of a good time. It's just
you were
A
trying
time.
to make it more of a good time with a special someone
This
who
is-
happens to be Young's girlfriend's best friend.
This is my favorite part of the segment of you guys where we just roast
Yeah, now we're,
AJ
now we're
for the
going
rest
ham.
of the entire
Yeah.
time.
Honestly, just AJ.
I feel like half of this stuff I see of you guys is just AJ getting roasted, and it's just my favorite.
No, me too. I love this.
So let me tell it from my perspective first, and then I want AJ to deliver his defense.
This is like a
When
court
I
case.
when I heard through the grapevine what happened, I was like, "You're lying. There's no way AJ wouldn't do that. Like he's smart enough not to do that." This for context, we were out, me and my girlfriend, her best friend, and then a couple of our other friends, including Aaron and AJ and Hunter. And, you know, we're all getting drunk and stuff. My girlfriend got a little bit too drunk, so we headed out early, Hunter included, and we came back home.
That's the earliest that you and I have probably ever fallen asleep.
Yeah, and that's only because Maggie was shit-faced. But, so while we were gone, Aaron, AJ, my friend, another friend named Aaron, and my girlfriend's best friend were out at the club. They come back to her place, and I heard that AJ gave a little side eye to Aaron, and was like, "Yo, you guys got to dip. I'm about to get nasty." And my whole thought process is like, listen, like I know you're drunk, but we're homies, right? And you know, I'm trying to be in your life for a long time.
Answer that.
We're homies, right?
We're homies, right?
Okay. Yes, right.
And we're trying to be in each other's lives for a very long time. In what world, even if you did hook up with my girlfriend's best friend, would that end well for fucking anyone?
Yeah, it's not gonna end well for anyone. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was fucked up, but that's not an excuse. But yeah, there's no excuse. There was I just wasn't thinking.
For more context, like you didn't do anything creepy. You didn't do anything like necessarily bad. Like that's if you did, of course, this would be a very different conversation.
Yeah.
But no, like genuinely, just like you know, like you're drunk, like you're feeling yourself, like you're feeling her, like you know, you want to get to know her a little better. But
okay, but like okay, we after that we've had our like interventions where basically we've come to decide that like, or he's been telling me, and I just have agreed with it now after seeing what happened. But like girls are just a drug for me, and I just gotta like stop. Like
damn,
a little.
You gotta switch to the boys.
I gotta switch to the boys a little bit. Like it's getting it's getting a little too far. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna step a little back.
If it makes you feel any better at all, like we've talked about it, like me and my girlfriend's friend, and she's just been like, haha, like you know, like whatever. So it is not a big deal at all. Yeah,
I didn't want to come off like any like weird like creepy shit. Like okay,
you did not. I think she was just confused more than anything.
Okay. Because I know I fucked up, but I was like, I don't want to come off like weird. I hope I didn't come out weird because I was like fucked, but like you know,
you're big chilling.
All right, so there's two of us who are cuffed, and there's two of us who aren't cuffed. But I have a question from Angie, no last name. She carries us.
Same one.
How often should you text your significant other when you go out? I let the cuff people take the room first.
You want to go first or should I?
You go first.
Okay. I'm a big believer in high level updates.
Okay.
If I move locations, I will let you know. I will let you know where I'm at. I will let you know who I'm with and what exactly it is that we're doing. If you want me to be texting you the entire time that we're out, that's going to be a no-go because, you know, of course, I want to be in the moment. I want to hang out. If I'm texting the whole time, that just completely takes you out of it. You know, for context though, Maggie never does that. I think that's a previous relationship / girls I was talking to kind of thing where just like be annoying because I feel like if you need constant like updates and texts like when you're out with someone or when you're out with other people and your significant other's not there, I think that's like a sign of insecurity. And I think something that's like really unattractive to me is a sign of insecurity. Like I like feeling trusted. I like them knowing or at least thinking highly enough of me to understand that I wouldn't do anything to put their trust in jeopardy. Like I don't ask Maggie to constantly check up on me like check up with me when she's out. Like I trust her fully. Like I let her do her thing. Just let me know when you get home safe, and that's fine with me.
All right, Hunter.
I agree with pretty much most of that. Like I like don't really text when I'm out, honestly. Like I'll text like when I have moments of like free time. I'll kind of like shoot it, or I'll answer whatever text was there, and I kind of like give updates on like stuff. But like in general, I'm not like a great texter, so like it kind of sucks already in the beginning. But like in terms of like texting while I'm out, like I just like don't text at all. Like I'll just like kind of do my thing and then like text later on or when I have time, because like most of the time when I'm hanging out with people that I'm like want to be hanging out with, like I'm really not checking my phone. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with most of that. Like I would rather not text when I'm like kind of doing stuff, and like especially when you know that I'm out. Like just let me kind of enjoy my time and then we can catch up later. I'd rather just like talk in person than over text about things. And also, like, I agree. Like, I have a lot of trust for my girlfriend, and I hope she does.
You're not finding better than me. The fuck?
Yeah, like, no, that's all,
If he's taller than me, he's poorer than me.
that's also my.
If he's richer than me, he's uglier than me.
This man's ego is huge.
Oh, it has to be.
No, but like, I also agree with that. Like, it's like, okay, if you're gonna be out there like looking for other people, like, okay, like, whatever, like, I'm good, we're done then. Like, I'm not that super like into it where like I'm gonna be checking up on you like every second, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, trust is the foundation of any relationship.
Exactly.
Like, if you can't even trust them to just like go out and have fun with their friends, that's why all those like TikToks, those things like, oh, like my boyfriend's going out, and like it's like all this shit that they do to like not let them like go out or stuff, or like they have to be like dressed a certain way, or like, oh, like you need to like do this and this and this. I'm just like, I hope you guys are doing that just for the content, because that shit's, one, it's cringe as fuck. Two, it implies that, you know, you guys don't fucking trust each other. So how are you gonna make that work out? So like, yeah, it's just so dumb.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Aaron?
It's kind of boring so far because we're all in agreement, but I do agree with what they're saying. I will say one thing for me is like, it's been a while since I've been in a relationship.
Yeah, we know.
But, okay. Chill out, dude.
Me
Come
too,
on.
though, before this.
Yeah, but like,
Okay, me too before this though. So
when I like once really liked someone, like even when I'd go out, like I'm in the same mode where like I'd want to give high level updates, but when I really like someone, I want to update them on more. Where it's like, if I'm going to the bathroom, I'm gonna sneak a couple like, oh yeah, like Young's like super fucked up actually. Like he took like X amount of he actually
That's
just kissed me. You know, like shit like that, where I'll be like, you know what, I'll just give a little extra context. You know, like keep them a little like interested and like, you know, tell them like a little bit more about my night. But that's just
yeah, 100%.
Just check up texts. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah,
like-
no. If you guys are doing dumb shit, I'm telling my girlfriend everything.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, right. Yeah. So I just want to like keep them updated on like all the funny shit that's like happening.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it's like noteworthy, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be texting all the time.
No.
Oh, you fucking
No. Yo. We'll be out with the boys. AJ's on his phone like literally 90% of the
Actually?
time, bro. Yeah, I'll be like, AJ.
Oh,
when
bro.
he was cuffed? When? Not
when I was
now.
cuffed, when I was cuffed.
Okay, but that's because your ex girlfriend was a bitch.
All right.
Yeah, facts,
but
Facts.
yeah, we'd be
actually
dancing
so
and shit.
funny.
We'd be jumping up and down and be like,
Yeah, he'd be on his phone. Bro.
Are you dead ass?
this is before, yeah.
And you see why I get mad at him, bro? Come on.
All right. I
It's in the
understand
past,
now.
right? You've
It's in
grown.
the past. It's in the past.
Well, yeah, after
grown?
4 years, he's grown.
It's in the past.
A little bit, I think.
We move on. But no,
But yeah,
that is,
you used to be that guy.
yeah. I mean, that's definitely like a childish, or not childish, but like a very immature thing to do. To be like, I don't trust you enough, or like, I need to text you all the time, every second of the time.
You low key do that though with girls you're just talking to though.
Yeah. Well, this is also in the past. We don't do this anymore.
Yo, as of what, like a month ago?
We don't do this anymore.
I'm not even capping, bro. Literally,
This man gets
I just-
no play,
I
zero action.
Hey, I just like talking to girls, but like, because they talk to me. But like, hey, but you know what I mean? Yeah. But
This guy needs more attention, honestly. You should give him more attention.
Yeah,
Yo, I gave you plenty. The thing
You
is,
should rub his toes.
honestly, maybe that's it. Maybe he doesn't get enough physical
No,
attention
he
from
doesn't.
me.
yeah, maybe.
yeah. What's your love
That's
language?
right?
I think I don't know. I was trying to take it recently, but
you
I
said-
think
you
it's like
said-
words of affirmation, physical
Yeah,
touch.
that's bullshit.
No, but-
It's physical touch.
No, but he doesn't like touches from the boys, bro. I try and touch him all the time, but he doesn't
Wait,
like
but we just never mind.
No, I mean,
I get that, I
I
get
respect that too. I don't know.
I think it's funny because like so last year, like Young, you visited us, but like when we were in Irvine with Johnny,
Yeah.
me and Johnny would call this guy out all the time because we know when he's talking to a girl. You know why? Like if he's on his phone on TikTok, you know, he's straight face just going through. But as soon as it's a girl, he's like smiling ear to ear, and we're like, AJ,
Who's this?
just any girl. It's
Like him?
not, yeah,
Oh.
not even like his girlfriend. Just any girl that's like talking to him, ear to ear smiling. And then me and Johnny will like look at each other, but we'll start laughing. I'm like, yo, AJ, you talking to a girl? He's like, yeah.
Like,
That's cute. That's cute.
It is nice when people show interest in you. Like, I get that.
It's
I
cute,
get that.
but like he does this with every single girl he talks to. Like literally any girl with a hole.
I just like the attention, bro.
Any female that has a hole. If you're
well,
talking to AJ, you're making him happy.
No, yeah, but yeah, I'd be texting too much. But you know, I haven't been talking to girls lately, so we'll see.
But I think that's what you needed.
Needed what?
to like chill out for a little.
Oh yeah. For sure.
It only took me 4 years to tell you, but you know.
It's so funny. We'll go through the three of us and be like, yeah, we agree. And I just be like,
I know.
I just love texting girls.
AJ's that guy, bro.
I'm him.
It's funny. It's
The
funny.
simp.
It's good. It's good.
Went
though.
to him university, studied hymology, bro. That's you, baby.
Oh my god.
Timothy Hemerson,
Yes, sir.
third.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. All right, next question.
I have one off the dome.
Off the dome.
I
All right, we
bet.
love those.
Okay,
Off the-
before
off the
like
dome.
okay, so hopefully we all get married here. We don't know in the just whatever.
Right.
But like how many years do you think is ideal to be dating someone before you ask to marry them?
I think it's really person to person. I know that's kind of a cop out answer, but I think it's the reality where it's just like, yeah, like someone like might click with someone just immediately and just like within the span of a few months to a year. Now, I would recommend that for most people because I think that's a recipe for disaster in most cases. But I think, yeah, like it could be 2 years for someone. It could be 4, it could be 5. Shit, you might have to be with them like 10, 15 years to like figure it out. And maybe just being in a relationship is fine with you. I think marriage as a whole is just kind of like overblown as this like massive like milestone in your life. Where for me personally, it is still a massive milestone in my life, but I think it doesn't have to be. And I think that, you know, the reality of the situation is that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So it's like
75.
75, really?
Oh wait.
Yes.
3 and 4? There's no fucking way, dude.
Actually, it could be more. It could be 80.
Hunter's Wikipedia.
It's more than half.
It's more than I can believe more than half, but
Yeah.
like that's a high number. That's scary.
I'm lying. It's not 75, but it's more than half.
Yeah, I know. No, see, this is what he does. No, this is what he does. And like we'll be having like an argument, and Hunter will pull this random statistic out of his ass, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, 3 and 4. Oh yeah, like 5 out of 8.
98%.
Oh yeah, like 0.76% of all men aged 15 to 34. Really? That big of a range?
No,
You know what's
but
funny though?
I
AJ
said it
does
right
the
away.
same shit.
Yeah.
I said it right away though. I didn't
No.
bullshit.
But that's the problem. You be bullshitting. Like I'll be
funny, it's
making like
funny.
genuine like philosophical points, and they're just like, huh.
Hunter, that low key is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
do that
I'm
too.
sorry.
No, he's literally the fucking like, well, actually, the devil's advocate guy in fucking high school.
That's so
It's like
That's
it's,
too
it's the well, actually,
Does that
it's
make it
this.
better?
Just
No.
kidding.
No. I agree though. I'd say it's part how many years and also part where you are in your life. Like,
I was gonna say that.
yeah. I think like maybe like 3 years sounds right in terms of like being able to like know compatibility and like where you are in terms of values and like stuff like that. But also like if you're like 19, or for me personally, if I'm like 19, like 3 years is like not
too
enough.
little.
Like, it's too little. Yeah. Like I think it would be need to be like in my like 20s where I like put in 3 years or something like that. You know, I think more towards when you get older, you're like kind of thinking about, oh shit, like I don't have as much time left to like, if I want a family or if I want to like
Yeah.
make something long term with this person. Like I haven't experienced enough maybe in my life, but maybe now that I'm at this age, like maybe like 3 years is enough. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Like this is a combination of both.
Yeah. Like, I also think like when you're older, your life is more stable at that point.
Oh, for sure. Like we need our bag. We need to make our money before we like feel like we can. I think most people like feel like they need to be like financially secure before they like start making that jump towards like commitment long term.
I agree with your take though on like it depends on like where in life you are, because I'm not gonna lie, like up until fucking since I was born until like maybe 23, I'd be like, dude, you can't marry someone until you at least date them for like 3 years, you know.
Yeah.
But one of my cousins who's like 40 something, he's 40. Charlie, fuck, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I don't know your age. You're like 40 something. You're 40 something. I know that.
You got a cousin in their 40s?
Yeah, but he's dope.
Oh.
He gets.
I have a
he gets-
cousin. I have a cousin in my.
He got AJ.
Damn.
He got AJ fucked up.
Cousins too. Yeah.
This man was saying, "I'll punch you in the dick."
Yeah, we went over to my
Hold
cousin's
for-
house and like it's all his like 40-year-old friends and like
Yeah.
we're sipping on whiskey and shit. They fucked up AJ so hard he was yakking.
Yacked.
My God.
But
Yeah.
anyways, like I have a cousin who's like in his 40s and like for the longest time I'd be like, dude, like you can't marry someone if you just met them for like, you know, less than 3 years. Like you don't know them as a person, you know, like even like with your friends, like you don't really get to know each other until like you've known them for a couple years. But he recently like proposed.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, Charlie's getting married. So I was like, damn, like that's wild. But I was talking to my dad about it, but he's like, dude, like at that age, bro, like you don't got time.
Gotta take what you can get.
Honestly though, but it's like it's like, damn, like I didn't know what it was like to be at that age. So it really puts into perspective. Like it depends where you are in life,
Yeah.
you know, like if you're running it, you know, if the clock's ticking, like you may do something that a young person might not do,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's because you're that age. Like we're different in that sense.
But like, yeah, like also it just completely depends on the person. Like
For sure,
I know
yeah.
people like literally in my field of like banking who are married already and have children at my age. Like
As well.
it's just like it just depends on like kind of where you are in terms of your values. I feel like too. 'Cause, like,
Okay. What I want to go off that for both you guys. You too, I guess. Well, I know your answer, but we'll
Okay.
do it for the podcast. No, that's not. in a
No,
bad way.
okay.
But it's like, let's say like you met like the girl of your dreams. Well, fuck, you guys are cuffed, so it's like a little bit different. But like, let's say hypothetically you weren't dating
Okay.
and you met the girl of your dreams, but it's only been a month,
Okay.
and you guys are set on like, I'm gonna marry this girl. But all your homies are saying, dude, stop. It's only been a month, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing?
I don't think I'd ever be in that.
Yeah, I would
situation.
never be in that
Because like
situation.
even if it was the girl of my dreams, I would realize that it was a honeymoon phase, and I would wait at least a year.
Okay, it's
before I,
not
like,
fun if
request-
you guys are smart, bro. Fuck no.
Alright, well, like on the counterpart.
yeah, give me your hot take to make this podcast a little more fun.
the
You know,
counterpart.
they're too normal, my God. Give me
on,
your
on the counterpart, I'd be like, yo, like she's my girl. I'm out here shopping for a ring right now, bro. Like, no, that's facts though. Like, I would definitely be like,
Oh my god.
this is what you're saying, but I think this. So, no, I mean, like, this is like, you know,
80% telling the truth right now.
No. Wait, time out. So, AJ is the type of friend where everyone will be telling him one thing and just be like, no, but I'm gonna do it my way.
bro. Let me give you a real example.
okay.
His ex, like me and like a real like, okay, like for context, like us, like the 6 of us, like
Yeah.
we're really close.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just think about your closest friends. Like we're that close, and it's like 2 of us met his ex, and both of us were like, AJ, like this isn't good for you, bro. Like just don't do this. Like it's not good. Like you can do better. But he didn't listen to us, and then fucking went on his thingy. And then I'm not gonna go into details, but like, you know, shit happened that wasn't good for AJ, and he was very mad and very sad. He was very upset for a little bit, and like we were all like, dude, like we told you, like you should have known. But it's like, yes, like to answer your question in a long way, like AJ's that type of guy where it's like if his close friends are saying something, he'll just be like, fuck it.
Well, after that situation, now I've realized I should listen.
It's life lesson learned.
Yeah,
So
I
okay.
learned it the hard way. Though.
No, I like, but the thing is, like, I can like really see like where you're coming from because I'm extremely stubborn. I think I'm one of the most stubborn people that I know, and if I am firm set in believing that what I'm doing is right or something's good for me, if all my friends are telling me that it's not, I'll be like, none of you guys know me as well as I know myself. Like I'm gonna do it anyways, and if that blows up in my face, then fuck it. Everyone has the right to tell me like you told me so, and I will take that on the chin.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Young, like I know you pretty well at this point,
Yeah.
and it's like I know you as a person.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't do something to harm yourself like that bad. You know, it's like if you're doing it to experience it, sure, that's fine. But like you're not gonna do something to like you're not gonna not weigh the pros and cons. Like you
Yeah.
understand what you're getting yourself into. Asia, you are like this now, so like I'm thankful you're there. But like at that point, you weren't.
Oh, no, yeah.
You were just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just like I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna do it. So like that's why me and Gene, even like Gene's never been in a relationship. Like, even he knew like AJ, like this isn't good, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like we were telling you from like the outside perspective, like come on, like you're not thinking this through. Just think about it a little bit. Like it's not gonna be good for you. But then
Yeah, life lesson learned.
yeah, I mean,
learned it the hard way.
Yeah, you learned it the hard way, but
fine.
it's like
I take
I think
responsibility
that's
for that.
I think that's the difference. Like with you, it's like if you really push me, if I say something to your face, I'm like, yo, don't fucking do this. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Whatever you're pushing for, I know you've thought it through. So it's like, okay, like if you really want to do it, even though I don't think it's good, you must see something that I can't see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
But I will also say, like, if it's to the point where like you need to like sit me down and you're like, hey, this is a bad idea.
I will.
I probably am not gonna do it because I'm like, Aaron probably has a point there.
Yeah. Like, yeah. No, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know
Yeah.
you think things through, so it's like, it's all right. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to experience it yourself or like whatever it is. Obviously, like, if you're going to call me and be like, Aaron, should I do heroin? I'm like, dude, are you fucking dumb? I'll I'll fly out and fucking sit you down.
Wait, you're not gonna shoot up with me after this podcast?
Wait, so all I have to do is tell you that.
tonight.
All I have to tell you is that I'm thinking about doing something. You'll fly out here.
Shit. Hey, but you do the same for me, right? Because we're boys.
True.
Yeah.
So we're
Then we
both
all
doing
get
heroin
broke.
next week. You fly to New York, I'll fly. I fly to New York, you fly to LA.
No, relationships is a good topic though. maybe more of a question for you, but like, and it's okay if you don't have an answer for this, but like, when do you like kind of know like it's not going well and you need to get out of there? Maybe that's a better question for you guys too, because you've both gotten out of relationships or situationships recently. But when's the moment where you're just like, damn, like this isn't it? Like she's not the one.
I don't know if I've had a moment where I've been like, oh, this is the one though.
No. Like this is not the one.
Oh, this is not the one. Oh.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like, I think the most important thing is like for long term is personality. Like as corny as that is, like obviously like one of the most important things is like physical attraction for sure. And like, but like, I think for long term, like if you're thinking about like going past like a year or so, like you need to like have the same values and like at least be able to like come to them with issues in your life, be able to discuss them and like be able to talk about things that are deeper than just like kind of for surface level stuff. So like if I'm not able to like connect with you on things that are important to me past like surface level things, and like I feel like long term we're not going to work out, because like how are we going to raise a family like in the long term? Like how are we going to get along 10 years from now if like we can't talk about these things like right now, you know what I mean? Or at least like entertain these ideas. So like I think once I get to that point, I'll be like, yeah, like we're probably not going to work out. Like if you're not even going to like consider like discussing certain things. And like I think right now at my age, like I'm not really looking for like a super long term person right now. Like I'm not trying to get married in the next like 5 years at all. Like personally, like maybe if it happens, like wow, but like that's not my goal in terms of like the relationship right now. So maybe like I'm not really looking out for those things at the moment, but like maybe it'll come up soon. So
5 years though, dude. You're 23.
This is 28.
you're saying, what are you saying? Like I should be?
No. I wanted to like kind of understand like the way that I look at it. I turned 24 recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% want to be married within the next 5 years. Like I'm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
29 makes sense. But like, I think for me, 30 is like probably the earliest I'd want to get married. Like, unless, like, that doesn't mean I won't find somebody that I would want to get married to. But like, I don't think I'll have, it goes back to what I was saying about finances and getting everything in order. Like, I don't think I'll be ready to like find a home and like move in together and like spend all that money on a wedding and like go through all that stuff until like I'm like 30, honestly. Like, and maybe like something will work out really well where I'll be like kind of in my bag and be like really confident about myself for the future. But like, I don't think I'll get there until I'm 30. Like that's just kind of like a broad benchmark for me in the future. Like it might end up happening a little earlier, but like I don't think I'd really consider like committing fully to somebody and like settling down until like I'm like fully like financially ready and like mentally prepared and all that stuff.
I see that. I think the way that I'm looking at it is like that is my goal. Like my goal is to be financially stable. My goal is to own a home. My goal is to like be that. And if all that's like happening, then for sure I'm getting married too. Like,
earlier than 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, like realistically, like yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna take me like more time, especially like the financial goals and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I like that makes sense. Like I think it's first, like for me, I think it's first those goals and then like the marriage comes after.
Yeah, you can't really put an age on that.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just like you were saying, like the broad 30 thing.
Yeah, it's broad. It's just kind of like it's just a number. Yeah, it's just a number.
I think for me though, it's every birthday it gets pushed back another year.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if you asked me at 19, I would have been like, I'm getting married by 27, bro. Light work. But then ask me now, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. But it's like the way I see it, like financial, like I never really think about that. Like I don't ever doubt that I'll be financially ready like when the time comes. I don't doubt any of us will. Like by the time we get married, I'm sure we'll be fine. But it's like the bigger thing for me is like, okay, if I think this way at 24 right now, 5 years from now, like not much about my mindset is gonna change. Like I think I'm gonna think that not the same, but like pretty similar. And I only say that because like if you take me in like a couple years back, I still think pretty similarly. And it's like if that's not changing, like I'm not gonna get married anytime soon. Yeah. So I think for me, it must be like a mid 30s. I want to say.
Yeah, like my ideal age like before was like I don't know, like 28, 27 or some shit, but like honestly at this point I have no fucking idea when I'm going to get married. But it's like you guys said, like it's a financial thing.
No.
I don't want to get married until like I'm making like real money and I've had like real money set aside.
For sure. I mean, you can't get married unless.
Yeah. It's not an
so
option,
I get that.
Yeah.
I think I kind of see it a lot from like a woman's perspective, though. Like I talked to like my female friends about this, and they're like very cognizant of the fact that it's like biologically, like the way that society's set up right now, and like financially, we're all like thinking like, oh, like 30, like late 30s, and then like people are getting married later and later, like as time goes on. But biologically, it's like a lot of like girls like around our age, like now, like late early 20s, like mid 20s, they're like, oh, like if I want to like have kids like smoothly and like easily too, because like that's like a big part of marriage too. Like they're thinking about the family they're starting after. They're just like, what am I gonna do? Freeze my eggs? Like no, like I need to be married by my late 20s, like early 30s, like max. So I think it's really interesting seeing it from their perspective, because for us, I think it's coming from like a, you know, we can have kids anytime.
So
like,
we can shoot, baby.
Yeah.
Shooters shoot, baby.
You Steph Curry in this bitch, dude.
Shoot till we're 50, baby.
Anyways, serious. Yeah,
Sorry,
continue with serious.
Sorry about that. My fault.
yeah. So like the burden of having children isn't on us. So like we don't really have to like think about it. And you're right. Yeah, you're right. We can shoot whenever we want, and you're like 50, 60, 70, like still like having kids and stuff. But it's just like that's just not like realistic for women. So I know that like that part of it is a big thing. And genuinely, like the economy's fucked. Like our generation has had an extreme rough go of it in terms of like where we're headed and like what it's going to take for us to be the level like financial stability that even our parents are at. So yeah, like I'm like, I feel like sometimes I have the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I'm like, oh shit, like are my goals like reachable? Like are my goals like realistic? And I think I just like align it just being like, no, like I will make them realistic. So yeah.
Boom.
Respect.
Yeah.
All right. That was episode 26 of the Bellow Boys podcast. As always, leave your questions in the comments below.
Yeah.
If you've watched this far, I want you to comment, Young is a bully. Because what you guys didn't see before this
And Hunter is a
podcast.
saint.
No, fuck that.
You don't know about that, but
Comment Young is a bully, because what you guys didn't see before this podcast is Young would take us to his room and
have his way with us.
yeah, we'll leave it there. He'd have his way with us, but I will say all of us have bruise marks somewhere.
It's true.
But it's okay. It's out of love. We know it's out of love. But
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
love marks.
love marks. They're love marks. But yeah, we had our special guests, Young and Hunter. Do you guys want to plug anything? Feel free. Now's your time.
No.
He said, no, fuck this shit.
You can say it. You can say like.
No. I'm good.
Shout out my loving parents. Shout out my girlfriend. Shout out my roommate.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
You know, it'd be funny if we just kept Hunters and cut that whole shit. I'm playing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, maybe with a podcast. But New York vlog for sure. So yeah, see ya.
See you guys.
Yes.